everyone, my name is Patricia Oseski. Today I will be discussing conflict among virtual teams and what we can do to decrease conflict so that we can have better outcomes. I will give a brief background information on the subject, followed by an explanation of the three types of conflict. Next, I will discuss how we can reduce conflict by team composition and the type of communication platform used. Lastly, I will present a summary of key findings. Over 71% of the workforce uses technology such as email and chat to communicate. With good reasons, these practices are cheaper and more flexible, so most businesses are opting to use it. Most research conveys negative results for virtual teams, but case studies and field investigations have shown positive results. Theories of why the difference in the research is because lack of environmental factors, and most research was not able to produce similar environments where teams do work well within the virtual environment. Conflict management has been largely research topic, trying to understand why it happens and how to solve it. An anonymous author in the book Organizational Behavior expresses, researchers have noted that conflict is like the common cold. Everyone knows what it is, but understanding its causes and how to treat it is much more challenging. Conflicts can cause chaos and destructions to organizations. With proper understanding of the different types of conflicts and how to identify them, managers and the like can help their organizations stay productive and prosper. There are three types of conflict: task-based, relationship-based, and process conflict. Task conflict is the awareness of different viewpoints and opinions among group members related to the group task, while relationship conflict is awareness of interpersonal incompatibilities. Lastly, process conflict is the awareness of controversies about aspects of how the task accomplishment will proceed. Task and process conflict are similar since they both focus on group tasks and is not anything personal. Task and process conflict can lead to positive team outcomes, while relationship conflict affects group function and therefore group outcomes. Positive correlations between task and relation conflict show that under the right conditions, task conflict may lead to undesirable relationship conflict. There are several variables to consider when conducting a virtual team. The team composition will have dramatic effects on whether a team will be able to deliver on their intended goals. Positive outcomes in a virtual team are affected by the number of members who are working together at the same site, time differences, and their physical location. Having at least two people at the same geographical location allows for easier group identity among the members. The more members from the same site will have better outcomes, but lack of identity for other members can create conflict. Time zone differences play a small role in conflict, since deciding when and how deadlines will be delivered and having the ability to schedule meetings. Tension can become increasingly intense during these times, but can smooth out as time proceeds. The physical location or the geographical location will indicate whether there will be more or less conflict among virtual teams. An example of this, if a team member is located on an east coast of the United States while another member resides in Alaska, there will be cultural, social, and environment norm differences. These differences will create conflict because of communication becomes less effective because there are already natural barriers to communication presented. Each of these conditions must be considered when forming a virtual group so that the effectiveness of the team is positive and there will be little overall conflict. There are the medium communication used. A study indicates that the medium used to communicate will have an effect on task and relationship conflict. The study found that virtual-rich content forms, such as video conferencing, is more likely to lead to escalated task conflict into relationship conflict compared to lesser forms such as texting and chat. Face-to-face interactions were closely related to video conferencing since it shared common features such as visual and voice communication. Those mediums are similar and easy to see that verbal and nonverbal cues to which team members consider. Real-time text-based communication is said to have less task conflict, which will later lead to less relationship conflicts, since the verbal and social cues are not considered. The team also could be more focused on the task and less socially engaged. Managers should consider using real-time text-based communications to save real relationship conflicts and to possibly gain an advantage of lowering issues among the team. Managers should be able to understand the different types of conflict and be able to identify conflict within their virtual teams. Task and process-based conflicts will generally sort itself out and will lead to positive outcomes, while relationship conflicts will cause greater concern, which may take away from the efficiency of the group. Positive outcomes are dramatically affected by group composition. The number of members in the group, whether there are multiple people from the same site location, and if there is a physical difference in location between members. Conflict will arise depending on the types of communication platforms used. The best type of communication platform to use to reduce conflict is real-time text-based formats, such as text messaging and instant messaging or chat. Once different types of conflict are identified as they arise in a virtual group, a manager or group leader may be able to facilitate better depending on the type of conflict, to keep the group moving forward with better odds of positive outcomes. Businesses are still encouraged to use virtual teams, even if conflicts do arise. I hope that all of you can find this information valuable the next time you are involved in a virtual team or in a group project making a virtual team. Thank you and have a great day.